Okay, today I am going to show you how to easily resize images for your show notes and for your blog posts. So let me share my screen here and we will get right into it. No sense wasting any time, right? We'll get right to the stuff that we want to learn. Okay, so one thing I wanted to mention was there's a very cool site called Pixabay.com, which has images that are freely available to use for your show notes and on your website. I love using Pixabay. I use it all the time for stuff. You just go here, type in what you're looking for. I'm going to look for some mushrooms because I've been doing that show on mushrooms. And you find an image like this that you want. Now, it's good to have an idea of what size image or what size you want the image to eventually be. So for example, in this instance, I want this image to be 600 by 600. So that's kind of a size that I like to use on websites for featured images. And I'll show you an example over here. So on Funky Fitness Now, you see how all of these featured images line up nicely and they're all the same size. So I purposefully make all my featured images the same size so that they display really nicely like this on the front page of the website. So if I come back over here, if I'm looking for something to be 600 by 600, I want to choose a size that's bigger than that because reducing an image looks great. Enlarging an image a lot of times doesn't look so good. It kind of pixelates and gets a little funky. So I want to find a bigger image. So I'm going to take this one, the medium 1280 by 853, and I would simply download it. I think I've already done that. So I'm going to go over here to the next tool I want to tell you about, which is called Pixlr.com. So this is one of the ways that you can resize these images. So I'm going to go to the Pixlr Editor, launch the website. This is another free tool. And what I'm going to do here is create a new image, and I'm going to make it 600 by 600. And I might even name it mushroom 600, something like that. And I'm going to hit OK. So there is this blank image. Now I'm going to go to the file and I'm going to say open a new image. And I'm going to go to my downloads. And hopefully I have that mushroom. Yeah, I think it's right there. So I'm going to open that. And you can see that it's bigger than 600 by 600. I'm then going to go up here to image, and I'm going to select image size, and I'm going to make the smaller number 600. Now it's going to change, because I'm constraining the proportions, it changed the size of the entire image to 900 by 600. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little selection tool here and click it. I'm going to click in the picture and I'm going to do a Control A for select all. Then I'm just going to copy that image. Back over to my blank form here, and I'm going to paste the image in, and then I can just kind of drag it around however I want to position it. Like that. Now I have a picture of those mushrooms, and it's 600 by 600. And I would just now save that image and I'm done. So that's one way to do it. There's quite a few little steps there, but just to revisit those real quick, the first thing I did was I created a blank screen that was 600 by 600. Then I went up to File, Open, and I opened that picture of the mushrooms. Then I went to Image, and I changed the size of that mushroom so that the smaller number was 600. I then took this selection tool here and clicked in the picture to select all. Then I copied it and pasted it into my blank canvas, and I'm just going to print or save that one as my image. So that's one way to do it. Here's another way that's even easier than that. This is called Canva, and I use Canva all the time. This is another free tool. So what I want to do is a 600 by 600. You can see here that they've got all kinds of different layouts and different things that you can do. But I'm going to do 600 by 600. So I'm going to click on this Use Custom Dimensions. I'm just going to type in, I want 600, okay, 600, and hit design. And it's going to bring up this blank canvas for me. Now, I'm going to go down here to where it says uploads, and there's all kinds of things you can do in Canva. I'm not going to cover all that right now. I just want to show you this one thing. Oh, it's going to be funky on me here. Oh, there we go. Okay. And I've already uploaded the mushroom image. But you can upload your own images just by clicking this green button here. Once your image is uploaded, it will show up right here. You grab it, drag it over to your canvas, and then just resize it yourself like this. Make it whatever size you want. Drag it into position, just like you did before, and that's it. And then you just come here to download, and you can download it as an image or a PDF. I would download it as an image if you're going to use it on a website. And that is literally how easy Canva is. So those are your options for easily resizing an image. Again, make sure that you get an image that's bigger than the size you want it to be, because shrinking an image down is much better in terms of the quality of the final product. Don't get an image that's too small. And then you can use either Pixlr or you can use Canva to resize that. And I'll have links to both of those in the show notes for this episode of helpmepodcast.com. So make sure you come back. I'm going to have a whole bunch more hopefully helpful and useful videos for you, just different tools and tips that I use when I'm working on the podcast that I work on. So until then, I will see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.